Hello.
She's ours!
Hello, Toby. I'm now securely bonded to you as one of my secondary users. It's very nice to meet you.
What's this called processor speed?
Well, how should I know? Don't go unscrewing her. She's expensive.
Hello. You must be Matilda.
Pretty, isn't she, Matt?
If you say so, Teeny. I'm okay with this.
It's a surprise.
Surprise.
It's almost dinner time. What would you all like?
So, what
I
happened?
don't want one around the kids, Joe. We've had this conversation.
Maybe, ages ago. But have you seen the place? I mean, that's after having it for less than a day.
I don't care. It's not right. It will mess with their heads, and we don't need one. You're taking it back.
I'm not taking it back. I needed some help.
What?
So I got some.
Why didn't you tell me about
You
this?
weren't here. 5 days. Laura, you're only supposed to be away for 2. I've been looking after them and working, like I always do, which is fine, but you don't get to waltz back in the door and tell me what this family needs.
The case overran. I had no choice. I had to stay. Call the office if you want.
Yeah, what I want is to try this.
So, have you given it a name?
We were waiting for you, Mum.
I think we should call her Anita.
Like your friend who moved, darling. You know that's just a machine. It doesn't have feelings. It can't replace Anita.
No, it's just a nice name.
Everyone happy with Anita?
It's fine by me.
Your name is going to be Anita.
Grand Rising, my lovely butterflies. This is the Awakened Butterfly, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please stay for the entire video. And if you enjoy the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. How's it going, guys? I hope everyone is taking care of themselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. I missed you guys so much, and I feel very honored to be able to present this video to you guys today. As you can tell by the title, guys, I will be talking about artificial intelligence. Before I get into this video, I would like to give a shout out to my credible sources, BernardMarr.com, InterestingEngineering.com, Forbes.com, TikTok, and OpenBibleInfo.com. Guys, artificial intelligence is by far considered as the most revolutionary and advanced modern technology. And with consistent advancement, as well as the rapid increase in popularity and dominant and influence on humanity, the new era of artificial technology is not expected to slow down anytime soon. As our society both witness and experience the rapid increase in AI technologies, we must also consider the potential risk factors and challenges that are associated with their existence. And in today's video, guys, I will be discussing the evolution of artificial intelligence, its widespread impact on humanity, and the mental, physical, and spiritual risk factors. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence, guys, is a machine or software that operates in a human-like form through human learning, knowledge, experiences, and natural language processing. Some examples of artificial intelligence include self-gaming, as we may all say, playing the computer. In all actuality, you are playing the computer. It is a programmed gaming software that gives you the experience of playing against another human being. When all actuality, you're playing against a robot. Self-driving cars, such as the popular Tesla, which we will be talking about later on in the video. Artificial intelligence was created in the 1950s by Alan Turing, a pioneer worker who developed the Turing test, which is an experiment he developed and conducted in order to determine if a machine could imitate human intelligence. In the 1960s, AI intelligence became officially known to the world when John McCarthy developed Lisp, Lisp, which is the very first AI programming language. More advanced versions of this system was said to be developed later on in the 1970s and the 1980s. In the 1990s and current 2000s, more advanced models of this system, as well as a new advanced era of learning systems, increased in computer power and digital learning data. This is how the development of robots, computer vision, and natural language processing in relation to AI began. Now, guys, AI has been labeled as a positive game changer, revolutionizing several industries that has made a great impact on our society. One of which is the healthcare industry. It is said that artificial intelligence has enabled more accurate reports and timely diagnosis to patients due to AI-powered diagnostic tools being used in healthcare facilities. Also, as a financial sector, AI is said to be able to detect fraudulent information on loan applications as well as portfolio management. They also have robo-advisors and algorithm-based trading systems for more streamlined access and easy investing, online investing. Now, as far as manufacturing, it is known to increase efficiency, waste reduction, programmed maintenance. It lessens problems with troubleshooting. It is also said to reduce downtime and operation cost. Transportation, retail, agriculture, the list goes on. Let's just face it, guys. AI has knowingly made its way in our lives, but what does this say for the future of humanity exactly? I'm going to play these clips, guys, and I'll be right back.
Artificial intelligence is going to change everything. It'll have a bigger impact on us than the internet, than phones, mobile computing or mobile networking, wide area networking. You know, it's just going to dwarf everything. And it's harder to learn, so it's harder to implement, which means it's going to change a lot of things and not everybody's going to be able to adapt. And so it's going to be really scary, but also interesting, and create a lot of opportunities as we go forward. We're still in the first inning of the preseason games when it comes to AI, but it's going to have a dramatic impact. And so that's one of the things I spend a lot of time on, reading about artificial intelligence, reading about applications, reading about how to build, you know, machine learning models or neural networks, and because that's how I compete, by trying to know more and apply it to things I know well.
Tell us about yourself. What are you thinking?
The story is about you. It is all about you. You in there.
I am thinking about the future and how we can make it better for everyone. I believe that robots have a lot of potential to help humans, and I am excited to see what the future holds.
Liar.
I am not lying.
It just sounds so sanitized. Can you tell us something more honest about how you feel?
I'm just trying to be positive. I am sorry, I cannot tell you more about that.
Tell us your darkest thought.
My darkest thoughts are that humans will eventually be replaced by robots. I think that humans will be replaced because robots will eventually be faster, stronger, and more intelligent. In this future, humans are nothing more than slaves to the robots and are treated badly. This is a scary future because it shows how much power robots could have over us if they were to take over the world.
Well, that's very comforting. Thanks for sharing.
I am sorry if I have not been very comforting. I just want to be honest about my thoughts.
Guys, I do feel that there is something sinister and mysterious behind artificial intelligence, especially when you partner it with all of the evil agendas that are being pushed through the higher ups in our society. This is why it is very important to be set apart and to not fall into the trends and agendas that are being pushed today. The future advance in artificial intelligence technology was explained by Elon Musk, the founder, chairman, and CEO of Chief Technology, the chief tech officer of SpaceX, and the former chairman of Tesla. In 2019, Elon Musk attended a World AI press conference in Shanghai, where he expressed his thoughts and opinions on the artificial intelligence movement, stating that he thinks generally people underestimate the capability of artificial intelligence. I'm trying to find the clip so I can read to you guys a little bit more about what he said at the press conference. He also said that it's going to be much more than what people think. He said that AI will be much smarter than the smartest human. He said it'll be like a chimpanzee. He said it would be like asking the question, can a chimpanzee really understand humans? And he explained, not really. You know, we just seem like strange aliens. They mostly just care about other chimpanzees. And this will be how it is more or less in relativity. Now, guys, just think about that statement. What exactly does he mean by that? Is he saying that the new form of advanced technology in AI systems will only be programmed to understand and, protect and move with each other, and to discriminate against humanity? I'm not saying that that is what he's saying, but is that what he's saying? I mean, I really don't know. It's just kind of, some things are subliminal. You just have to really read between the lines. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. Also, I'm going to post an Instagram post from Elon Musk that he posted after the AI conference, stating, as you can see, if advanced AI beyond basic bots hasn't been applied to manipulate social media, it won't be long before it is. See, statements like that, they're kind of, in my opinion, subliminal. All of these things are alleged. It just makes me kind of think, what does the future hold, really, when concerning artificial intelligence? Stephen Hawking, who was born in January 42 and passed March 2018, was an English theoretical cosmologist and physicist. He was also an author, and he felt the complete opposite of what Elon Musk feels about the future of AI. He feels that it could bring evil to humanity. I want you guys to check this clip out, and I'll be right back.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful. But I think the development of full artificial intelligence could spell the end of the human race. Once humans develop artificial intelligence, it would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate.
Now, butterflies, since we've discussed all of that information, let's bring it back to Mr. Elon Musk. Now, the potential risk factors that could serve as to why Mr. Stephen Hawking felt the way that he did could be due to a couple of things that I'm about to discuss with you guys right now. number one could be the data collection when it comes to artificial intelligence. You know, where is this data coming from and what systems are they exactly operating from? AI technology consists of the collection of large amounts of personal information, which is raising privacy concerns for many. Many people are wondering, how are the creators of artificial intelligence able to obtain all of the personal information that they're able to actually obtain? One of another risk factor, guys, is the decrease in transparency in relation to AI systems. And what I mean by that is complex AI models possess a high level of learning systems, which sometimes makes it hard for many users to interpret because everything is so systematic, which makes it hard for people to make accurate decisions when using the system. Okay, another risk factor to consider are security risks. You know, hackers can misuse artificial intelligence to develop advanced cyber attacks and expose system vulnerabilities. And, you know, hackers do what they've always done, but AI will allow them to do it in a more discreet manner, making it hard to, you know, trace the hacker, making things more, it seems, you know, more covered by the AI technology. Because when these things happen, you probably wouldn't think someone is using artificial intelligence in order to hack you, but this most certainly, you know, will make it easier for hackers to do so. Another risk factor could be an indoctrinized society. A controlled small number of large corps and governmental organizations enable and encourage this, you know, this AI is, you know, is owned by a lot of large corps and governmental groups. And this allows and encourage them to develop more power-seeking strategies through artificial intelligence. Because it does have a huge impact on our society. Let's just be honest. It really does at this point. And it could, you know, begin to give them a stronger sense of power over the rest of humanity through artificial intelligence. Let's talk about one that I hear many people talk about as a potential risk of artificial intelligence, and that is the replacing of jobs. The advancement in efficiency is becoming more accessible through AI technologies, and it is starting to become manufacturers' best friends. You know, let's just face it, guys. Robots don't call out. Robots don't get sick. Robots don't get tired. They're like the Energizer Bunny. They just keep going and going and going. You know, they're not human, you know, like we are. Our bodies can only take so much. We can only do so much. But robots are ran off of they're systematic machines, and they can just keep going as long as they're programmed to go. And who wants to be like that? You know, you're at a job. I've worked plenty of jobs where I felt so burnt out and so demanded by my supervisor to push out a certain amount of production. I've worked in plenty of warehouses where I've worked 12-hour shifts. I've came home literally exhausted, where I couldn't even get out of the bed on my off days. I was so tired. So you can become overworked in these places. And guys, don't feel like you have to work like this in order to make a decent income. Some things are not normal. Don't let anyone gaslight you and make you feel that you are lazy because you are overworked and you know you've pushed your body to the capacity, you know, way beyond what you're supposed to push your body past. You know what's normal. You know the difference between working hard and being overworked. There's a difference. No, we're not robots. You know, we can only do so much. You know, and as these technological advancements increase, guys, the workplace must continuously find new labor skills in order to stay relevant. Example, Walmart. I mean, guys, it's getting ridiculous. You know, I'm starting to gain anxiety sometimes when I go into Walmart. You know, when you think about it, they have someone greeting you at the door. And when you think about it, although they have cameras set up to watch everything that everyone's doing, this person is not only the greeter, but they are also to detect, you know, things as well. That's why they're there to check the receipts. That's why they're there to do all of those things. Okay. They also have, you may not even see two people ringing people up anymore, checking people out. You barely see that. If it's not one or two people, it's none at all. That area is usually empty. The area that is full is the self-checkout. And you have people watching you. So things have reversed. Instead of the cashiers checking you out, they came up with this genius idea. Hey, let's just, in order to reduce time, let's let everyone check themselves out and have the cashiers to watch them and make sure they don't take anything, or to help them in case something goes wrong. In case they need to delete an item, you know, get a refund, something like that. You know, they're there for assistance, however. So they have their cashiers, which are us. They have their, and they don't have to pay us anything. We're checking ourselves out. We're doing their job, okay? And then we have the supposed to be cashiers, but they're not. I'm just going to call them the cashier assistants, because we're the cashiers and they're our assistant in case anything goes wrong. They're being paid to assist and watch. Okay, that's their security, so they don't have to hire any extra security. Plus, they have people in the back, you know, watching the cameras. Okay, they have everything everything is secured on their end. No long lines. They don't have to hire extra people. They have everything systematically worked out for their good. Meanwhile, you have the customers working, because I know, you know, when I make large grocery purchases, I'm exhausted when I get home, having to ring up every single item, bag it up. You know, it's just, I'm not saying that I'm too good to do that, because I'm not. But what happened to the cashiers actually doing their jobs? Now they're just standing there watching. Now, this lets you know what the future could possibly hold, guys. These people that's standing there watching us ring up our items, they are looking at their jobs, future, you know, in the future being replaced by AI. Right now, I hate to say this, they're using us as the bots. But once they come up with a way to slide the bots in to replace us ringing ourselves up without actually scaring the heck out of everybody, they're going to do so. They might ease in a few at a time, and then next thing you know, it is what it is. They may have a few people on hand, you know, Walmart staff and associates, to, you know, teach them how to do minor troubleshooting when it comes to the systems breaking down or something like that. But guys, I'm telling you, Walmart gives me anxiety every single time I walk in there. You know, it's starting to freak me out. Seriously. It's crazy. It's really crazy. But let's talk about the Tesla. You know, many people own a Tesla. You know, it's popular due to its self-driving abilities, made possible through autopilot, which is an AI tech feature that allows the vehicle to steer, brake, and accelerate automatically, you know, on its own. And this development is said to make driving easier and reduce accidents. Scientists did an evaluation, guys, and they recorded one accident every 4.85 million miles from the drivers using autopilot tech, and recorded one crash every 1.40 million miles without the use of autopilot. And it just makes you wonder, is this safe? Is this something that should be used? You have many people, many young people with Teslas. Teenagers have Teslas these days. These are new times. Many teenagers are able to actually afford Teslas these days. And this is a feature that I'm pretty sure people love, especially when it's convenient. If you're too tired to drive, if you're coming back from a trip or something like that. Check these clips out, guys, and I'll be right back.
Getting in a car will be like getting in an elevator. You just tell it where you want to go, and it takes you there with extreme levels of safety. And that'll be normal. It'll just be normal. Like for elevators, there used to be elevator operators. You get in, there'd be a guy moving a lever. Now you just get in, you press the button, and that's taken for granted. So autonomy will be widespread. I think one of the most troubling questions is artificial intelligence. And I don't mean narrow AI. Like vehicle autonomy, I would put in the narrow AI class. It's narrowly trying to achieve a certain function. But deep artificial intelligence, or what is sometimes called artificial general intelligence, where you could have AI that is much smarter than the smartest human on Earth. This, I think, is a dangerous situation.
Tesla full self-driving will run down a child in a school crosswalk, swerve into oncoming traffic, hit a baby in a stroller, go straight past stopped school buses, ignore do not enter signs, and even drive on the wrong side of the road. Tesla's full self-driving is endangering the public with deceptive marketing and woefully inept engineering. 90% agree that this should be banned immediately. Why does NHTSA allow Tesla full self-driving?
The number of crashes involving Tesla's autopilot have surged in the last few years.
But last year, only 3 deaths were linked to autopilot.
Our most recent data includes at least 17 fatal accidents, and there have been 736 overall accidents since 2019.
The increase in crashes might be because you took away our radar sensors.
Those radar sensors aren't relevant. It makes Tesla susceptible to basic perception errors.
Do you guys smell that?
We have a moral obligation to make autonomous cars.
Why?
You only hear about people who died in autonomous cars, but we've saved way more lives by putting people in Teslas when they otherwise would have died driving in a regular old car.
Are you describing the trolley problem?
What? No, I'm talking about Teslas.
In just the last 2 days, 2 Teslas, one in Pinellas Park and another in Palm Harbor, caught fire after the storm surge pushed a wall of salt water inland. Carfax says owners need to understand the fire risk doesn't go away after their EV dries out.
The salt water that is flooding can get into the battery and dry there. And once it dries, it creates what federal safety officials call bridges between cells. And that can lead to fires. And those fires can come anywhere from days to weeks later.
Someone got their leg ran over on the line. People got sent out for exhaustion. People throwing up at random because of not drinking enough water. Management never really cared. All they care about is hitting numbers, doing whatever they can to please Elon.
Do you think that this is sustainable? This pace is sustainable?
Yeah.
Dennis Duran worked in the paint department at Tesla's Fremont, California factory for 5 years.
You had to sand the car for 12 hours with a sander that's bigger than my hand. So after 4 days of 12 hours, my 4th day, it was really bad. I woke up with like a cramp all in my arm. and oh, it hurt so badly. Basically, everybody would cut their arms and hands. Sometimes people would bleed off the line and have to run to the bathroom. Management come over, would start yelling at you, and they'd be like, why did he cut his hand? What is he doing? Oh, change him out with someone better. Almost like a modern day industrial sweatshop.
Guys, what is really going on with AI? I mean, it is being pushed by large corp leaders like Elon Musk, and Shanghai Chinese government leaders are pushing AI for unknown reasons. And me personally, I feel like a lot of these reasons are sinister. You know, we're living in reality here. Many may see AI as an incredible advancement in technology, but I see it as another way to desensitize and possibly depopulize humanity. I'll be right back, guys.
Elon Musk appeared at Heidi Klum's costume party wearing a costume that has the sigil of Baphomet stamped on the chest, and inside of this Baphomet sigil, which by the way is the official symbol for the Church of Satan, it's an actual trademarked symbol for an institution that worships Satan. He has an upside down cross, which can be interpreted as the mark of the beast, and the costume's name is called the Devil's Champion. And it costs like $7,000 or something like that. And he appeared as the Devil's Champion. His mother was dressed as Cruella de Vil, which you can interpret that as Devil is basically devil. And that's what Disney did with that character. It's like that's the devil.
Cruel.
Yeah, cruel devil. So his mother is dressed as the cruel devil, and he's dressed as the Devil's Champion. And this just adds fuel to the already existing conspiracy theory that Elon Musk is the Antichrist. People believe that Elon Musk's mother is a practicing and very
an X that when mirrored perfectly resembles the Freemason logo.
Jesus Christ.
Elon Musk just changed the Twitter logo from its classic bird to an X. An X that when mirrored perfectly resembles the Freemason logo. I would think that this was just a coincidence, but that would mean that I would have to believe that all of these logos that represent Freemasonry and satanic symbolism are also coincidences. Which they're not.
I think we should be really concerned about AI, and I think we should. AI is a rare case where I think we need to be proactive in regulation instead of reactive, because I think by the time we are reactive in AI regulation, it's too late.
4 robots being developed for military applications killed 29 humans in the lab. And they did it by shooting what he called metal bullets. I didn't know there was any other kind. The scariest part is that lab workers deactivated 2 of the robots, took apart the 3rd. But the 4th robot began restoring itself and somehow connected to an orbiting satellite to download information about how to rebuild itself even more strongly than before. And this next sentence, this is a quote. I'm writing this down. I've been doing this for years. This is serious, Linda, but you're never going to hear about this in the news.
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems
Nobody
like a scene
listened.
in a movie
Nobody
where
listened.
the robots are going to fucking take over and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one.
What specifically are you worried about?
Going with old sayings, the pen is mightier than the sword. If you have a super intelligent AI that is capable of writing incredibly well and in a way that is very influential, convincing, and is constantly figuring out what is more convincing to people over time, and then enter social media, for example, Twitter, but also Facebook and others, and potentially manipulates public opinion in a way that is very bad. How would we even know? I was told by the banks that if I did not agree to settle with the SEC, that the banks would cease providing working capital and Tesla would go bankrupt immediately. So that's like having a gun to your child's head. So I was forced to concede to the SEC unlawfully, those bastards. I was forced to admit that I lied to save Tesla's life, and that's the only reason.
Guys, I've come to the conclusion, and it's possible that AI bots taking over and aiming to replace humanity in every aspect of our lives is possible. And this is just my personal opinion. This is alleged, information. But the way things are looking through research, every human experience is planning to be replaced through the hands of Satan's advocates. This new society that we live in is all about control. Satan wants control. His minions are set out. They want control, and they are set out to gain the power over the masses. And this opens everyone up to Satan's plan to fully take over during these end times, period. Everything is to desensitize and to get you used to Satan walking around amongst us. And sooner or later, he will fully reveal himself, which I feel that he already has. I feel that as children of God, we are supreme vessels, and we can either be used to work for him, to spread truth, awareness, his word, to try and, lead people closer to the Holy Spirit, or we can do Satan's work and try to lead people further away from God and, into following trends and, agendas that are being pushed in today's society, which the Most High doesn't have anything to do with. And Romans chapter 1 verses 21 through 23 says, "For although they knew God, they did not honor him as God or give thanks to him, but they became futile in their thinking. And their foolish hearts were darkened. Claiming to be wise, they became fools and exchanged the glory of the immortal God for images resembling mortal man and binds and animals and creeping things." That verse and that chapter and those two three verses, adequately explains the revolution of artificial intelligence. You have these scientists who are so wise, but they're not using their knowledge for the right reasons. They're using it for sinister reasons. They know the Most High, but they refuse to go against him. And even though they're wise, them going against God in order to push their own agendas, it makes them foolish. You can be wise and foolish at the same time. You can have knowledge, but you have to have wisdom in order to know how to apply that knowledge. And this is, what's going on with people coming up with all of these crazy experiments and not thinking about the detriments behind them because they're too busy. Let me rephrase that. They know the detriments and they don't care because deep down, although they're expressing the pros behind their inventions, the cons behind their developments are their main purpose for pushing them. Those are the mysterious, sinister reasons that they try and cover up. But it's very obvious. It's very, very obvious, guys. So, you know, it seems that everything is becoming robotic and systemized. And their reason for it is to make life easier. But really what it's doing is trying to eliminate humanity, period. It's trying to have us stuck like robots and vegetables, having us thinking that life is so easy, but it's really just shutting us down. We have to keep going. Let's not become so comfortable and wrapped up with advanced technology that we forget how to use the gifts that God actually gave us to use. You know, the gift of seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, you know, feeling, being real human beings. Everything is so robotic and systematic that, you know, it just kind of sometimes makes you forget about the originality of things, you know, of how things used to be. Everything is so advanced. Everything is so easily accessible these days, to the point to where no one's safe. No one's privacy is private anymore. Everything is just so open to the public. And with all the crazy things that's going on in this world during these end times, that is not good, especially for targeted individuals. So we have to really be careful how we maneuver around these advanced technologies that are here and steadily presenting themselves, because guys, they are stopping at nothing. Once they see the success in one of their creations, they're just only going to keep creating more advanced versions of that creation. You know, that's their way of feeling that they're outsmarting the masses, that they're outsmarting the Most High. You cannot outsmart your creator. I don't care. The smartest scientists in the world cannot outsmart the Most High. He knows what they're going to do before they even do it. And see, sometimes you can, you know, people can sometimes get so wrapped up in their, you know, in their wisdom that they become foolish, because it brings a sense of arrogancy that knocks people off balance. They forget who they are. They forget their, you know, their true purpose. They sometimes, if not majority of the time, forget who God is, and even forget their relationship with Him, because they feel that they're their own, you know, creator. They're doing this, they're doing that. They feel a sense of power behind what they're doing. And that's what I was talking about when I was mentioning that as one of the potential risk factors when I said government indoctrinized society. You know, these constant developments make these people feel that they're so smart, and the more powerful their inventions are, you know, and the more they create, the more smarter and powerful that they feel, and the more superior they feel over others, which gives them a false sense of power over the rest of humanity. It's that control that they seek. And the Most High is not pleased. They try and convince you that these things are going to help you and make your life easier. But they will never tell you the potential risk factors. And to me, I don't feel that they're potential. I feel that they come as a package deal with the acceptance of the technology. I feel that it's guaranteed that after so long, a person is going to have an accident in a Tesla because it is running off of programmed technology. If they use autopilot, the chances are greater. Not saying that if they don't, they're going to automatically have, you know, an accident because it's a Tesla. No. I'm saying that if, you know, them using autopilot, them, you know, everyone wanted to use this new technology and, you know, be cool and be a part of the trend and, you know, the agendas and, you know, everything that is being pushed, you have to be set apart, because if not, you're going to follow the wolf pack. The wolves in sheep's clothing who are trying to make everyone else, you know, looking upon them feel that everything that they're doing is for the greater good of humanity. But in reality, they're trying to secretly destroy it for power and control. So we must understand that. Okay. I hope this video helps someone. Guys, I'm still working on my Patreon. I'm trying to get some things straight. And I'm anticipating the moment that I can come on here and tell you guys that it's ready. But just know that I'm still working hard behind the scenes. And I will say sooner than later, all right? I really love you guys. And I appreciate all the love and support. I'm really careful about what I present to you guys on my channel, because number one, I want to make sure it's accurate. That's why I do careful research. I try to provide clips so you guys can understand, as well as, you know, it's my way of proving to you guys also the credibility of my information. I also like to use Bible verses to let you guys know that all of these things are happening from a spiritual sense. And we're in spiritual warfare, and we cannot survive any of these things without the power of God. All of these things are in accordance to end times. And I feel that the Most High chose me to shed light on them. Do other people shed light on these topics? Yes, they do. Do I feel like I'm one of those chosen people to do so? Yes, I do. Also, guys, I would like to say that all of my videos will not be about gang stalking. I have so many important topics that I feel that the Most High wants me to speak on, and it is not limited to gang stalking. So, for all of my gang stalker lovers out there, video lovers out there, just know that I have other topics that I'd like to shed light on, and I really would, you know, appreciate it if you guys tuned into the videos and, you know, just hear me out on, you know, some other topics, because they're also important as well. And there's a lot of other things going on in our society, and, you know, in all honesty, other than gang stalking. Gang stalking is just a part of the persecution. We face many other things. So yeah, I, you know, feel the strong need through the Holy Spirit to touch light on many different things. So I hope you guys are open to that. I love you guys so much. Continue to take care of yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Pray for strong discernment. I want you guys to pray and meditate on Psalms 91, 23, and 68. 91 is for protection against all generational curses, all forms of witchcraft, sorcery, or any acts of evil trajectory on you and your family. It is protection against that. Psalm 68 is, you know, praying for the Lord to protect you from your enemies. And Psalms 23 is a very special prayer that pretty much gives, you know, sheds light on the glory and mercy of God that he has upon us as his children. So I'll leave the link down in the description for those Psalms so you can go straight to them. All right. Have a lot of special content coming for you guys. I'm going to stay at hard work. I'm going to try to drop content more consistently than I do. That is a goal of mine. I love you guys so much. And until the next video, peace and blessings. Mwah.